Hello there, viewers. Announcement. Today is a double upload day. So as well as this first video, there'll be a video later on. Stay tuned. Look out for it. This video is a little bit earlier than normal. Just be aware. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to the Boston Boys with me, Dr. Benji FM, and today should be a playoff bonanza across 2 episodes if things go well. If they don't go well, it won't be a playoff bonanza, it'll be a playoff disappointment. I've never had a side, viewers, that are so good at finishing a season when, especially in this season, doesn't really mean anything. You can see, since we last met, the 3-1 defeat in the semi-finals of Kidderminster, boy, did we bounce back with some gusto. I don't use that word nearly enough. You can see there then, 1-0 against Dagenham, 3-0 against Coast and Ashton, Fylde beaten 1-0, Harrogate 4-1, and a 4-2 win over Chesterfield, which is a really, really strong result for us. Leaves us with Yeovil to play on this final day of the season. Just the one match for us, as I'm hoping, as I know, in fact, we will be playing a playoff game today in this episode right now, regardless of what happens. Whether we play more playoff games later on, we'll have to wait and see. So you can see the league table has hotted up. There's a slim chance, I say slim chance, there's a chance now that we could move in to either second or third position. We now know we will face the team in 7th though. We've nailed down 4th position guaranteed, but we could avoid a playoff game here if things go our way and we can put ourselves into 2nd and 3rd position. Form's really good. Team-wise, we're looking absolutely sensational. Everyone's playing really well too. It's difficult now. We've got players fighting for places all of a sudden. It's very exciting. But let's run you through this first game then. We're playing Yeovil, running through the team for the first game, sorry. You can see Burton will be in goal then. Cantrell at left back, who's been never present really. George Cantrell doesn't get nearly enough credit for the work that he does. Akuma will be alongside Thompson, who was brought in on loan, you might remember, from Huddersfield. Has come in and done a fine job. And I want to talk very briefly about Callum Evans. Now, Charlie Oliver has been playing at right back, of course. We had the big task recently of replacing Minivan, viewers. But you can see from the recent form, Callum Evans has been in fine form. These last 5 games, a 7-point-something every single game, an 8.1 in there, and a goal to his name against Harrogate as well. Playing absolutely sensationally. So Callum Evans, if you keep that up, my boy, you might even be with us next season. Well, we'll see. Pozzo will be just in front, another player that's been playing absolutely fantastically for me this year, and the midfield too has sort of emerged late doors really. Robinson and Anderson, my son's in the middle, Robinson on the right hand side, Anderson on the left. Like Anderson's really the shock package of this season. Was brought in as a backup to see if he could just sort of help us out if we ever got injuries or any problems with suspensions and things like that. But recent times, again, you can see when you win so many games in a row, he's always going to play well. In the most recent games, he's been really, really good for us. Jermaine Anderson, thank you for your services. Penny on one side, Alabusi on the other. Both have been in fine fettle as well as Marky Fletcher. Up top, through the middle. We want to hear it loud and yes! The Marky Fletcher. We should probably save it for just goals, otherwise we could risk overusing it. But Mark Fletcher will be up front for us today, up top. And right then, into the games we go. Strong bench too. The Fire, Gribben, Cartwright and Oliver. Definitely the strongest bench we've been given this season. So let's see then. If we need to change it, we definitely can. But can the Boston Boys get into 2nd or 3rd? Remember, I'll briefly run you through it in case you're not fully familiar. 4th play 7th, 5th play 6th, and then the winners of those 2 play 2nd and 3rd, who then only have to sort of take part in the semi-finals. So there's like a pre-playoff to the playoffs. You get it. Although, should be said, Carlisle have shocked the world, and they're up there. They're promoted, done and dusted. As we don't even play today. I've gone too early, viewers. I've gone too early. The biggest disappointment this season, Salford. I mean, the Salford story really isn't a story worth reading this year, viewers. It's really not. Disappointing from the Salford boys. I expect more. Expect much better. Right then, we know the team. We know what's happening. The starting 11 has been decided, and into the game we go. Home game against Yeovil. Where will we finish? The league table. This is exciting all of a sudden. I did say it's going to take something miraculous for us to get into 2nd and 3rd. Winning every single game will do just that. But it now boils down to this Yeovil game. It doesn't matter what's happened before. It's whether we can get the result against Yeovil, and the sides above falter. We'll keep an eye on everything. Right, let's just pause that there as we move that up. Look, we only need to know the playoff positions. Maybe even the goal difference might make a factor into all of this as well. So we'll show that on screen. And then the latest scores need to be provided over on the other side. So here we go. Then we need to keep an eye then on Aldershot and Chesterfield. Aldershot playing at home to Coast and Ashton, and Chesterfield at home to Bromley. So games you'd probably expect them to win, but never say never, in the words of Justin Bieber, who is an idol of mine. Is it too late now to take a corner? Marky Fletcher played in Anderson. Anderson with the goal. And Marky Fletcher, who I've recently put on corners, and you can see why. And straight away, with the first goal of the afternoon, Boston move up into third position. Marky Fletcher with a devilishly good delivery. Anderson arrives at that back post, and Jeffries can't keep it out. I'm pumped. I'm energised, say viewers. I don't know if it's obvious, but I am. I've got to keep an eye on what happens elsewhere, though. Aldershot and Chesterfield, they're the games. Under normal circumstances, I would expect them to both win. As Aldershot go 1-0 down. Scenes. I mean, where is it into second? We might actually finish second, which was the media prediction. So, I mean, that would be a turn up for the books if we suddenly end the season fantastically well. You remember last year, we went on an incredible run towards the back end of the year. I think, finally, because I think what it is actually is that I bring in so many new players at the start of the season, it's a little bit of a struggle. And then once they get to know each other and we sort of settle on an 11, we're on fire, viewers. We're on absolute fire as Robertson and Cantrell combine. Anderson, the goal scorer, back to Robinson. He finds Pozzo now. He might go for goal there. I've seen him do it before. Finds Alabusu on that side. Ball played back, and Anderson for 2. 2 goals in the game for him. And we're flying, viewers. We are flying. We're flying without wings. Yeah. I've gone very musical recently. I would like to be in a musical. If anyone would like to write one, I'm happy to perform. As Alabusu plays it across, 2 deflections, forced to Anderson, who puts it away. 7th of the season for him. Alabusu still gets the assist, despite the fact it hit 2 defenders. Right, Yeovil perhaps not done yet, as they start to launch an attack. It's the first time we've seen anything from them, and they've scored immediately. Jake Gray with the goal, 8th of the season for him, and 20 minutes, not even on the clock yet, and it's already 2-1. The big news really is that Curzon Ashton beating Aldershot. If that stays the same and we just get a point, I think we might even go into third. Loads of time remaining though, and that's worth noting, as time is starting to tick a little quicker as we get towards half time. Alright then, at half time, Boston 2, Yeovil 1. I have a frantic first 20 minutes and then nothing at all. I'm pleased with how things are going, keep it up. Of course, if we do end up in 4th position, which is still very possible if Chesterfield and Aldershot both win their games, then we'll be playing Gateshead as things stand. So again, worth noticing they're winning 3-0 in their game. They're looking pretty decent, and of course, even if we don't face them straight away, we may face them in the second round of the playoffs. What do you call it? I'm calling it pre-playoffs at the moment, as the time since the goals, it's flying. It's like Back to the Future in reverse. It feels like we're going into the future very, very quickly. Aldershot have equalised. Robinson own goal, as Chesterfield are also level against Bromley. So it's all to play for, as Cantrell there is sprinting after the ball. What is George Cantrell doing? He won. There's been a sending off. I don't know. Has a player run so fast ever on Football Manager in your life? I kind of want to see it again. I know the game is continuing. I should probably make changes. George Cantrell's knackered, viewers. Compared to everyone else, Cantrell is... I mean, you can't make this up. It was during the red card incident, wasn't it? I need to see what happens in real time. I need to see the 3 dimensions is what I'm getting at, viewers. Right, so just keep your eyes on this. There's a red card incident off the ball. Absolutely vicious. Cantrell kicks it away and then just goes for it. It's like the Flash has arrived. It's just the speed of it. Look at him. Just racing across. He must be maxed out there. No wonder he's knackered. Unreal scenes. Right, anyway, back to the live action. As I don't know what's going on elsewhere. Chesterfield still 1-1 and Aldershot still 1-1. So we're into third as things stand, which means we do go straight into the semi-finals of the playoffs. But with 15 seconds to go, it can still change as Yeovil are on the attack. I've made no substitutes. I've just let this all occur. And if we concede late now from being overtired, that's going to be my own fault. As at full time, Boston win this game. But let's see. I mean, we're not 100% guaranteed. There could have been a late goal in like the 93rd, 94th minute that we won't know of quite yet. So well done, lads. Good win for us. Was there a late goal in the other games, or are we straight in to the semi-finals of the playoffs? The Flash. Unreal. You can see then Aldershot and Chesterfield both held in their games. Chesterfield then don't go straight into the semi-finals. They drop into 4th position and will face Gateshead. Kidderminster will play Dover, and ourselves and Aldershot will meet one of or 2 of those 4 teams in the next round, and we will discover who that is right now. So far so good though. We have got that playoff spot now, and the biggest bit really is we get a longer recovery period to our next match, and that's the best part of this, really. So you can see then, these guys play on the 3rd. There's not 2 legs or anything like that. They just play midweek, and it's a while away, actually. We're 24th of April, and it's in May. So we've got a race all the way across. We do get at least some fitness back fully before we play them. But let's then race ahead and see who comes out on top in those games. I've won Manager of the Month. I mean, do we even need to go on with the playoffs? Is that not enough of an award? I mean, what would that award look like? Probably something like this. You know, winner, golfing champion. Good. It's worth noting, my dad actually also made this. Little Dr. Benji. I think it was one of his earlier works. I mean, I hope it was. But yeah, thanks, Dad. This is going nicely. It's a good doorstop. I mean, I should do a competition where you get to win a piece of woodwork. Would anyone enter? I mean, if you would enter the competition to win a work of art, my dad will happily rustle something up for you. Yeah, just leave a comment saying, I want wood. Oh, no, you can't say that. Just give me a reason. Just type a reason out why you think you deserve the wood. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, I think. I say art. Let's call it art, not wood. Why you deserve the art. And we'll send a bit off to someone who leaves the best comment. You've got until, let's leave a date on this. You've got until the 9th of May to do that, and I'll tweet out the winner or something. I've not agreed this with my dad yet. He'll be fine with it. I'll just give him a ring. Also, terms of this competition, I don't know what it'll be. And I don't know when you'll receive it, but I promise you will receive it. All right, then, the semi-final draw. Chesterfield and Dover were the sides to make it through. I suggest there is probably a theory behind this, but we play Dover, so it's Boston United versus Dover. Here we go. Is it Dover Athletic, by the way? Oh, what a knowledge bank you've got in there, Benny boy. The best player, apparently, is Richard McMaster. Dick McMaster. He's good. I know him from Sunderland, though. Whatever. Okay, right. I mean, team-wise, I already know I'm going to play the exact team that just won again. I mean, 7 or 6 games in a row, I think it is now. Okay, then. Team, you know it, viewers. You know what's coming. It's the same side that just beat a pathetic Yeovil side. I mean, they're not here. They're not listening. They're not watching. Burton, Evans, Thompson, Akuma. We've got Cantrell at left-back, who's recovered after his run, his sprint. The thing is, I worry he might go off to the Olympics now. I mean, he might forgo all of this. Pozzo, Robinson, Anderson in the centre. Alabusi one side, Penny on the other, and Fletcher through the middle. Come on, Marky Fletcher, get us a goal. We want to hear the chew. You've not scored. And considering I went on about how good our bench was last game, why didn't you bring anyone on? So, was it as good as I thought to begin with? Who knows? All right, then they're playing a 4-4-2, and of course, this is win or bust. Really, if we don't win this, then we are out of the playoffs, and we go again next year, viewers. I did say there'd be a second episode today. That will probably be a summary of the season if this doesn't go well. I'm quietly confident though. We don't need that anymore. We can bring the match stats into full view, and off to the races we go. Boston versus Dover. Actually, I'm going to just very quickly check how have we got on against Dover when we've played them this season. If I just switch it to that there and then do a little bit of this, because that's how Football Manager works apparently. A 2-0 win in one of the games and a 4-0 win in the... Oh, Marky Fletcher scored 4 against them. This is game over for Dover. Their goalkeeper's called Russell Rose, which I do quite like. All right, it's a quiet first 20. Oh, my God. Right, Penny to Alabiusu, and now he's racing at this Dover back line as he's going through all of them. It's a penalty. It is a penalty. Boston have got themselves a penalty 26 minutes in as who's stepping up? Callum Evans wants it. I love this. He just doesn't care. Callum Evans steps up for Boston and fires us into the lead. That's what you want to see from your right back. The confidence to say, yeah, I'll take this. I will say, viewers, a moment before the penalty, I kicked my camera. I don't know, centering wise, I've messed this whole thing up. I kicked the tripod. Oh. All right, Dover play it back to Nortley as it's played over towards Cantrell, whose header is not the best there, but the challenge is very, very good, and it leaves him on the ground for a brief moment. Anderson now racing forward with it, finds Robinson next to him. Robinson, sorry, like the fruit juice. Thompson, like the holidays. Anderson there, like Dickie Anders from a very niche reference. As Alabusu runs forward, I don't know where that came from. Evans, like Mr. Evans, my former head teacher. Alabusu now running forward. Oh, goes for goal, and Rose makes the save. I don't know why I'm trying to reference everything. Do you know what? The last 30 seconds is a bit of a blur, viewers, as a free kick. Wide. All right, we've got about 3 minutes of normal time left in the half as Marky Fletcher gets on the ball. We've seen nothing from him so far, but it's time to strike. He hits the post. I shook then. I don't know why. I think it was just with excitement. He's on a 6.4. He's now in the greatest of games as we get in at half time. Cartwright's on the bench, remember, so we could always bring him on. Dover yet to register a shot on target with 25. I've not seen that low. 25% possession. That's not great. You've played well so far, boys, but there's still room for improvement. Impressed with your solid defensive efforts. They don't like that, apparently. Some of them have switched off. And with Marky Fletcher, I'm going to say you need to calm down. He's confused and disorientated, and let's just move on. He wasn't having a good game, so I wonder if he was trying too hard, so I thought I'd try and relax him. It might still work, viewers. Let's not write him off just yet. I mean, Dover, you've got to say, aren't playing particularly well. They've got themselves a free kick, though, whipped in. Thompson gets it clear, and now Alabusu's got so much space to run into, and he's doing just that. Half an hour to go in the game as he finds Marky Fletcher. Oh, yes! Marky Fletcher off to the play-off final. Marky Fletcher. Boom! Yes, viewers. Oh, look at, I mean, the kick clash there. I didn't even notice it before. That is abhorrent. I mean, how can you play with this? I think this was maybe the same case in the live com a while ago, the stream version. But look at that. No wonder everyone's so confused. We've scored the goal. It's done. Luckily, in the 2D, it's fine. In the 3D, it just looks like 22 players on the same team running towards goal. 20 minutes to go. I am going to make a change here. I'm going to get George Penny off and bring on Callum Gribben out on that side. And Thompson's going to come off as well for Charlie Oliver. I'm going to try and just get us over the line here without any distractions, without any problems. And let's hopefully see that to be the case. They're not off yet, though, as the ball up towards Marky Fletcher. He's on it. Marky Fletcher for a third, for second in the game. Oh, Marky Fletcher, Marky Fletcher, 27th goal of the season. Marky Fletcher, boom, da dum dum. Da-da-dum. I mean, the three-dimensional replay is a problem. But Marky Fletcher is writing himself into Boston record books, history books, whatever any book you like, any book at all, as it's 3-0 now. And to the playoff final we go. I know what the second episode of the game is going to be, or of the episode of the day. I don't have words, viewers. I'm mesmerised. I mean, to be fair, he's on a hat-trick now, as we give the ball away in pretty ridiculous circumstances. And now Dover are deciding to attack for the first time. Well, I mean, that was exceptional. But actually, we might be building here. He's dropped the ball. He's given it to Oliver. And this could be quite something. Oh, what a ball. Marky Fletcher for the hat-trick. He's on for it. He tried to dink him. I went to push the button. He tried to dink him, viewers. It's not over yet. Marky Fletcher and the goalkeeper collide almost there. As 15 minutes or so to go, we're on fire. We're just playing so well. I mean, back end of the year, we are unstoppable as Marky Fletcher is in again. The fingers poised as he doesn't quite get the hat-trick. This has been the Marky Fletcher show. He was quiet against Yeovil, apart from that assist from the corner. But in this game, on another level, viewers. The £500 Welshman, I don't mean in terms of weight, I mean that's how much he cost, has been quite, I mean that would be his wrestling name, I imagine, as, look at that, outstanding behaviour from everyone involved. We've done it, well, this episode's done everything, a competition, a couple of good wins, a playoff final to come, Marky Fletcher scored goals, we've had a wonderful time, viewers, surely we've all had a wonderful time. And that, my friends, should probably be that, as the game surely closes there, referee. Yeah? Are we doing it or not? I don't know where this has been, by the way. There it is. 3-0 to Boston. Dover well beaten. Easy pickings for the Boston boys. And it takes us then to the playoff final, which will be later today. We're in the final. Congratulations. Oh, the pressure is off. Chesterfield to play, though. A very good Chesterfield side, it must be said, who have proven to be a difficult side for us this season. I'm excited, though, and it should be good fun. Who will join Carlisle? And this could be back-to-back promotions here. Admittedly, right, we got a bit of a cash injection, but I didn't think it would be this successful. It's a big game, though. Chesterfield to come later on today. I'll see you for it. If you enjoyed today's video, gang, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. And we love with care. I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da Marky Fletcher. Oh, yes.